Hello and welcome to episode 5 of our Timberborn Update 3 hard mode Let's Play with the Iron Teeth faction. Last time we had a bad time with water and we lost probably about 24 beavers, but you know, life goes on and there's so much more to accomplish. So we're just going to keep on keeping on and get these guys replenished as soon as we're able. We've got a decent stockpile of water and food, all things considered. We were down at 0 at the end of the last drought, which was in game time about 8 days ago. So, you know, could be worse. Last episode, we also built this area up a little bit more. We're going to continue building some over here, and then maybe start building one of those big central storage areas. I've had some pretty good ideas and suggestions for that, so we'll take that into consideration as well. And we didn't tell this to hold water. I feel like water should be the default thing. You have to change it to something else. But yeah, we're in pretty good shape. We do have some water saved up here, and if this ever gets low enough, these pumps will automatically activate as emergency backup, which is a very nice feature. One good thing about losing a whole bunch of beavers is I now no longer have more beavers than I have beds. Well, in a very few short minutes time, I'm sure these beds will be occupied. But for right now, stuff is looking good. We did start demolishing this area right here. Going to turn this into more storage, most likely. There's all sorts of other stuff we can be doing here. So we're going to want to make sure that we're being careful about how we allocate space and labor, especially now that we have much fewer beavers to work with. And there's a few other minor things we could probably try to fix, like this weird splashback effect we have from having everything deleted over here. Like, for example, if, put this on turbo speed, if I do this, it has this weird kind of a splashing it does, which, you know, we really kind of want to avoid. Now, of course, the easiest way to do that is just to build this wall higher, which, you know, we probably should do. But that involves having an accessible path going around the entire thing, which I did not do to save space, and is now kind of coming back to bite us in the butt because it is kind of annoying to deal with. But in terms of farming, we have 3 farmhouses. We have plenty of storage capacity for things. Our beavers are going through the different foodstuffs. We probably should be building more. We did get thrown a bone kind of by having a mass die-off of all of our beavers. But we'll need to keep tabs on that as we go along. Obviously, next wet season, we need to expand down here to create more dams. And we're not going to be able to do that without getting another district. So that's probably going to be something we do, if not this episode, in the next one. Need to keep pretty close eye on stuff, as well as developing our explosives, which we technically have enough to research right now. Well, we haven't unlocked paper yet, which, you know, might be kind of important. But what we're going to go ahead and do now is get ourselves ready to go with all of our power needs over here. Now, I built this specifically on the last accessible tile, which means that we're going to have to build another one across here, and we're going to have to connect these things, which fortunately it will allow us to do once we unlock the high power shaft. And we're going to have to build a couple of these guys right here. Now we're going to want to be careful about how we have this set up. Of course, once these are all in place, it should be okay. We're going to have to be careful about how we build these so we don't get ourselves into trouble. But having these connected across here is not going to be a very big problem at all. Actually, this is going to probably want to end up being a 4-way just in case. We can actually go ahead and connect all of that like this. Just make sure these are all set together. And currently we don't have any way for our beavers to work a job that is back in this corner. Eventually, when this is all in its own separate district, it's not going to be a problem. Or when, I guess, most of this is going to be in a separate district, it's not going to be a problem. But that time is not right now. So we've got plenty of other stuff to do, plenty of other things to do. It's probably the more grammatically correct way to do that. Of course, we've got to wait for them to build this before I do really much of anything else. We have a lot of wood stored up, so the engines are going to be fine. We also need to build a hauling post. And I need to decide on something to go in this small warehouse, or else I'm going to lose my mind. What did I put in these? Gears, berries. Okay, we have so many berries stored up. We really don't need this to be berries. This can be anything that's not berries. How about just make this to be a bunch of gears? These 4 can be a bunch of gears. We're probably going to get rid of these soon anyway. But we have planks and we have gears. That seems like it's pretty smart, and this is empty as well. Those 2, so we'll get rid of that. In terms of food processing, we're not really too far behind on processing the potatoes into grilled potatoes. And we do have a pretty good amount, assuming that our farms are all set up appropriately, which I believe them to be. Should be in pretty good shape. All right, now we can come in here with more of these things and get everything all squared away. Okay, they're waiting on gears. Now, I don't have gears turned off, so I don't know exactly what the holdup is here. Yes, I know I can click these individually and they should build in the correct order, but in my experience that is not always the case. And it can turn into a very annoying ordeal. So we will we'll just do what we can when we can. Make sure everything is done, hopefully, correctly. So that's fine. We got 10 days left in the drought. We have plenty of water. We are gradually pumping. We have our emergency water supply up here. And we have enough wood to really start doing most of this expansion here. I'm not sure what's going to happen when I start making this 3 high. I don't think it should do too much. It might shrink the radius a little bit, in which case that's going to be annoying. I don't know. I feel like it really shouldn't. But part of me wants to just assume stuff is going to be terrible for all time. Kind of a pessimistic attitude, I know. But if I were to come in here and do this, this just seems like such a waste of space. But no, I could just do this and have a staircase go up here. It just seems kind of appropriate to start on this far side. I really don't expect this to go too much further than what it already is. Oh, we need to build a bridge across here. I was going to do that last episode, and I forgot. Because I'm going to have to make sure this is all in the correct spot. Okay, we'll do a 2x on this side, and 1x on that side. A little bit of asymmetrical bridge action. That'll keep those guys occupied for a little bit, and then we can also, just for the time being, come across here and build this way as well. It's going to be kind of a struggle to get this done, I think. But we're not super pressed for time or anything. We have plenty of water. This is just an enrichment project, so we can get everybody a little bit more prepared here. And with that being said, we can probably go ahead and just start placing these absolutely everywhere. I'm kind of tempted to just have this whole thing around the entire outside. How's that? Was that? I know I'm going to get the name of the group wrong and someone's going to correct me, but was it... Was it Eminem? I can't remember. This has been so long ago. Like that song that goes around the outside, around the outside. I don't know. I'm a white kid. I grew up. I did marching band. I was not big into rap or hip hop, so please excuse my ignorance. But I do remember that. So there's your indication of what a helpless nerd I am. But that's fine. Good music's good music. Alright, so if I have this entire thing put all the way around the outside as the, well, I guess not the kids, the elder millennials, or elder Gen, what are they, Gen Y, Gen Z? I don't know. We're probably going to need to move these barracks off of the top of this, or at the very least build another... I'm trying to think, because if this isn't going to be done anytime soon, but I'm going to have to find a way to move these somewhere else. That's going to be an interesting problem to solve. Okay, and they're waiting on something to get across here. I guess I have to just kind of build this, huh? Probably I'm going to have to just sit here and chase these corners around. Should be okay once these other things are put in. They're going to take a billion years to get this all done anyway. But this will add a substantial amount of capacity without really raising too much here. And interestingly, this will probably also end up being something that we can kind of channel this way through an artificial thing without having to worry about explosives. Now, over here, how are we doing? We still haven't built... We're still waiting for gears, really? No, I have a gear workshop. Where are all the gears going? Because I don't think we're really using those for anything else. I've already built this. But we don't have any stored. Or is it just that there's nobody working here? No, somebody's working here. Okay, so what's happening to all the gears? Or are they just kind of hiding them from us? Oh, okay, duh. They're going to build the engine first. That's valid. That makes sense. I should have just, you know, thought of that. But I didn't. Got plenty of medicine. Oh, that's right. I paused the healers so they're not doing anything. That's because we were trying to conserve water. We also don't have a lot of beavers to really do much to this right now. So I guess that's fine. The one bad thing about having all the water in here be pumped out so quickly is that it dries this entire area out really, really quick. And I just, why are we not getting any logs up here? We have a ton of logs. Is that because we only have 4 guys building here? Okay, so you're grabbing a log. Where are you going with the log? Going up here to build. Now, why are they building this first when I placed all of these? I placed all of these first, I thought. Huh. Okay, well, that's, not ideal. I guess, theoretically, I should be using the priority tools, but It just seems kind of unnecessary to me personally. Yeah, just build this whole downstream part here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, get all this stuff built. The faster you build, the more water you have to drink later. Don't work harder, work smarter. Although it sure would help me if you would work harder. we'll just put that out there. Okay, and then I also need to put in one of these right here. Alright, can I put another thing up here yet? I sure can. Very, very slow process. Oh, these guys in their 18-hour work days. What luxury. Good news is we have a whole lot of water, and I think we're not quite full. There's still beavers that are thirsty. How? Just how are you still thirsty after all this? Now, if we can get this to store a little bit more water for the next go around, I think we'll be in pretty good shape. Oh, and I need to mark this one tree for cutting. Someone pointed out in the comments. This single tree. There you go. It's marked for cutting. That was a very good catch. I had not even been paying attention. So that was a very welcome, helpful thing. Okay, and that is that corner. I guess I didn't really need that corner if these tools. They always do this. I clicked these individually. What a bunch of idiots. Is this still marked? Yeah, okay. Oh well. It is what it is. They're just really slow. At least we have 8 builders again. We have plenty of wood. They just have to, you know, actually build something. These are doing quite well. I guess we could go ahead and start doing paper, since we have the resources to do that right now. I think I can get away with doing maybe one of these. I don't know. We need to start making paper anyway, so that's gonna be fine. That'll give them something to do over there once they're finished building these levees that for some reason take 800 years to do. Okay, now we're hungry. Well, we have tons of food, so how are you hungry? Just go eat something. We got almost 1,000 units of food. There's no reason for you to be starving. Quite literally 0 reason. Now the drought's over, which is good news for us. Make sure this is at the correct height, which it looks like it is. We will refill all of our area over here. And I did want to get some water going in here. Aqueduct will probably be coming off of the back side of this guy right here. Actually, this corner might be a fun one to just put in. Maybe just a dam, just to have this go all the way out here. I still have to find a good spot to put all of our barracks in the mountain that entails. So I kind of like the idea of putting in just a big old stack of those things right here. You know, Soviet apartment block style. I always did kind of like that aesthetic. So if I'm not going to put gravity batteries off the top of this. Did I do it again? I sure did. Yep. That's exactly what always happens. I always forget. I would love to have automated floodgates that I could program based on time. I would love that. Genuinely. Alright, well, these guys still aren't building any of this, which is astounding considering what else is, you know, happening up here. Look, I told these... Alright, okay. I guess I have to remember to manually set stuff before I get angry at them. That's not fair. There's no expectation for them to be able to read my mind. Alright. We'll just have to manually track this backward because it quite literally never works to just individually click. Because while this is a nice thing to have, it's taken too long to do it. I really did not think it was going to take so long for this to get done. But here we are. We definitely need some more food. I'm going to go ahead and pause these 4 breeding pods, because we already have 63 beavers by the time these kits have grown up, and we're going to need to plant some more. Well, I guess probably could start wheat. But we're going to have to shuffle some stuff around and put in some water dumps and everything. But I think we can pretty safely go ahead and research explosives, factories, and dynamite and get one of these guys going here. I just have to be able to figure out how far I can get with a path. And if I can get... What's this going to be? Coming out right there. If I can get to the door of one of these things. Okay. I knew I shouldn't have built this far out. That is... That's annoying, especially because of the way... Oh, they haven't even started building this yet. Alright. Well, in that case, never mind. We will just do the correct thing and put this right here. Because there is literally no reason not to. Alright. And they're still building this instead of building these. Why are you the way that you are? Oh, they finished this. Never mind. I guess I could choose to give them credit at some point. We'll just mark our priorities and indicate them properly. Good news is we have a ton of water stored up, and we're not really going to be in trouble unless this upcoming drought is enormously long, which I don't anticipate it to be. It's going to be a good opportunity for us to make sure this gets done. And I think we can do it. I just have to get this apartment block moved down here. Which, again, we should be able to do. We have builder's huts. We really need a hauling post. I know I said, somebody asked in the comments, hey, when are you going to build a hauling post? And I told them it would probably be this video. So, we're going to build a hauling post. Unfortunately, I have to have this stuff built as well. But if the drought's coming in half a day, we're not going to be able to take advantage of all this anyway. But I can raise this to 1.5 because this is pretty much already full. Of course this floods again. Put that up to 2 because we are pretty much close enough. Yes, it will flood very, very briefly overtopping, but it will drain, it will go away, and now the drought has started and we're all good. In good shape. This water will go away very quickly. Except for right here, where it apparently just wants to hang out for the rest of its natural-born life. Which is annoying. But the good news is we can get this kind of finished up here. I don't want to demolish these out. There's really no reason for me not to demolish them outside of I just don't want to feel bad about my beavers having to, you know, sleep out in the cold. But I guess they're going to work on... How is this water still here? I know this is just a visual glitch. It's not actually flowing, but that is just baffling. Individually tracking single blocks of water. Okay, and this is going to need metal blocks and gears. We actually have everything to build this, so why don't we just build it? 18-day drought, by the way, did not mention that. Very doable. We just have to be a little bit more intentional about how we have stuff configured. And once this is eventually painstakingly slowly expanded up to 3 high, should be hopefully good to go. The builders definitely seem dumber in this update. I have no reason to believe that that's actually true, but it just feels that way. It does not feel like they're as good of a team player. Of course, this isn't anywhere close to being done. These guys, I should put some water over here for our industrial workers. Building needs power to operate. Okay, well then build the power shaft. It's right there. Guess I should turn... No, that's already back on? Okay, that's fine. All right, that is slowly progressing. This is slowly progressing. Not that one. We'll mark that as highest priority and this as high priority. I guess it is a little slower building on top of this because just how stuff is set up seems to be not quite as easy to get to. And that's okay. Now, I was kind of briefly worried about the food situation, but it seems like it's well under control. And we're going to start doing wheat as soon as I can clear out space for it, or irrigate space. And I would much rather blow up a tiny little piece of land. Oh, that's right, I demolished the paper factories I hadn't built yet. Boy, I'm really batting 1,000 today, huh? All right, we'll put this guy in. No wonder this guy can't build anything. That was unfair of me to put him in that predicament and blame him for not doing a job he was not equipped to do. Yes, I realize that I have just queued at maximum priority behind a paper mill. Oh, we actually have everything to do it. Okay. I'm going to pause that one. This poor hauling post is never going to get built. At least these guys are, you know, kind of actually working on something. These guys are slow. Now, I do think I'm going to keep this here and just remove these barracks. When the time comes, we'll just build around that. Kind of try to leave a little bit of space here. Build what we can when we can. I guess there's not really any harm in releasing from here eventually. Once we can get a little bit more stuff taken care of properly here. How is this? Seriously? This one block, because the bridge is... Oh my god, okay. This is absolute clownery that they cannot build this. This is absurd. I genuinely... No. Stop that. There is no reason they cannot build this. So now I have to build a staircase just to demolish it 2 minutes later. Alright, have they at least built the paper mill yet? Yes. They have, and they are making paper, which they're using to make explosives, which I can now place. So now we got to find a good spot to put in a water dump to be growing wheat. I hereby nominate... So what is this? Planks. These are all full. But the gears aren't, so guess what? Your new name is... Oh, you can't be planks because planks have to be in a different spot than gears because that's... Yep, okay. Well, I thought I was going to be smart. I guess not. They don't want to let me be great, is what the moral of the story is. Can I put in... I guess it really should be up here, but I don't think the... No, they can't reach up there. So it's going to have to be... It's going to have to be like right... you have to be like right here. Except that's going to be a path... I guess it doesn't really matter because we have this here. Yeah, we'll put that right there. Get that blown up. Put our pathway right there. Yes, now somebody bring me this dynamite. There he is. I think. There we go. Alright, that's blown up. Cool. Water dump. Research complete. Pop that bad boy in there. And this will irrigate much of this area and will allow us to plant some wheat. That should be enough wheat for right now. That was very quickly planted. Alright, how are we doing up here? Okay, that's actually doing a lot better than I thought it would. Alright, sorry, middle of the night, you're out of here. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. We'll get that out of there and start the arduous process of building reservoir extensions. Which also means, sorry folks, pool's closed. We will rebuild it somewhere else. And by somewhere else, I mean probably in the exact same area. Just right here. That should be fine. We'll just collect the rest of this space. They should be able to get that, and then once that's done, we'll be able to have this entire thing up one more level, and that will be most excellent, and the excess water will spill out the back here. And we will need to see about how far we can get up here with a path. Let's check that out. Okay, we should be able to have no problem getting water through here. It's just going to kind of fan out until we can get that figured out. But I do want to kind of direct it. It's going to want to go down here. I know this might seem kind of weird the way that I'm thinking about this. I guess the most logical thing to do is probably to just go up the side of this little incline here. And then just go down. Yeah, and then we'll just, well, I guess I could put a lumberjack here. No reason not to, right? Then we'll just mark all of this for cutting, because why not? There's no reason not to. Okay, we got 8.8 days to get the rest of this done. What are they building? Okay, they're building these. Oh, that's right. I never built the second set of paths for this. Okay, so I guess that means it's not going to be a problem. Let's get this water dump built. Please, if I ask nicely. Come on. I know you have the materials for it. There you go. No available worker. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, it's time to turn these back on, because now we're starting to lose more than we're making. If I have somebody come in here and start dumping the water, which I guess they'll start doing tomorrow in game, not in real life. So I want to see how far out it goes. Good, it covers all of the area I wanted it to, and then some. So that'll just be a normal job. Eventually, when we get to golems, this won't be nearly as much of a problem. Right now, I want to try to get these guys to build something here. Alright, I can put in this now. Alright, that's progress. It does get easier the closer we get to, well, the stairs. And a surprise to absolutely no one. Have to keep an eye on that. Now that we're started growing wheat, it's going to take it a while to get there. But we are going to need to put in a grist mill, which we'll have to research for 180 science points. And I'm going to put, instead of a second paper mill, I'm going to put in this grist mill for right now. Since we don't have to build those giant windmills, we really don't need a ton of paper. The paper is really just for books and explosives. And I don't want to make any printing presses right now. That's going to be a late game thing. I guess we can bump that up the priorities schedule there. Now, they still have not built any of this, which is definitely not ideal. Let's get rid of those. I guess I should probably prioritize these things. Maybe just a little bit. I think we can get away with getting rid of all of these. Yep. Okay. Now, how about down here? We're looking about the same as it ever was. All right. Make that the highest priority. And then just gradually tick back going to take a while. Alright, I think we can release some of our strategic reserve. Yes. Excellent. Let's just take that all the way down to 0. Because it can't all possibly evaporate by design. Very good. We can almost pump out of here now. Except our beavers are still not building very quickly despite asking you nicely. I don't have enough beavers to build another builder's hut. In fact, I don't have any beavers in the builder's hut. Me too, kid. Okay, that's going to take a while. Just a hunch. Wheat flour. So that means we're going to have bakeries as well. Not for a while, though. Won't be until probably the very end of this episode. Maybe not quite. I don't know. I haven't decided if I want to end this episode right on the start of the next drought or not. We will we'll see what comes up. Got to get these piles of rubble out of here. I would like to have all this done, but they won't build stuff fast enough. And right on cue, they start building faster. Oh well. I can't get mad about that. I literally asked for it. Okay. Just, I guess, individually babysit each of these until they're finished. That's fine. Okay, that's done. That moves into that tier. Okay, now I can put in these. Yes, I know this seems kind of stupid to do it this way, but that's the way it goes. I just want to get this stuff out of here, man. Looks like we're not going to get to direct the flow of water quite yet. Although we should get a... Oh, maybe. We might get some coming down here. We'll see. We got to at least get this complete right here. Complete circuit. Which means we're going to have to really keep an eye on our time because we're going to have to close these pumps off before we close this off, or else, you know, we're going to have trapped beavers, which is probably not ideal. Probably 10 out of 10 beavers agree being trapped is bad. Just like 10 out of 10 dentists agree that whichever toothpaste pays them the most money is the one they endorse. I don't know if it's actually like that, but those commercials sure seem like it. Come on, you guys are so slow. Alright. No more 18-hour days for you. We gotta get these things done, man. Let's go, let's go. We got things to do. We got droughts coming. And we do not have time to wait. Alright, now build this one next. Alright, we got 1.6 days. No storage space available. Build more storage. I'm trying. Okay. I assure you I am trying. We are doing our very best. All this for some planks, I swear. Okay. Literally just get the planks built. I don't care. Oh, this is the part that's really frustrating about all of this, is figuring out just where all this crap is supposed to go. Alright. Grilled chestnuts. We don't need that many grilled chestnuts, but I can't replace it with anything else because we don't have storage space for planks, of all things. Oh my, alright. We'll just put this, and I can't put planks in the warehouse. That's right, because why? I like most things about the storage update. I don't like that. Now I gotta wait for these clowns to finish. Jeez. Alright. We're going to close that off so nobody accidentally, you know, gets lost. Come on, man. Now I actually don't have time to be playing with this. Except now this is almost done, so I kind of don't want to turn it off. Not connect? Are you serious? Is that, if that's out of range, I'm going to be so mad. Oh my god, what a waste. Okay. Alright. That needs to be built immediately. Although maybe not as super urgently as the rest of this. Come on, just build the plank thing. All right, just come on. We have a very, very limited amount of time to get this correct. You try my patience. Come on. Come on. Alright, build this immediately. Like, right now. Alright, we're gonna have this, hopefully. Yes, okay. Cool, put this guy in right here. Get that maximum priority build. This won't fill up for a while anyway. But this is more or less fully complete. Just got to get this whole thing rolling again. I have to build a staircase to get over the path now. Well, I mean, I don't have to. I can if I choose to. Alright, I'm going to gradually start increasing this again. We should be able to go up to pretty good height now that this is enclosed. Just slowly working our way up. Okay, now we got a lot more storage. Alright, and we should be good to go up to 2.5 now, because then this will start spilling out the back. Oh, okay, so now it's actually... Oh, I didn't build storage for dynamite, so I can't store it. Okay, yeah, perfect, makes sense. That's fine. We'll have to mess with that later, I guess. Alright, so now that is coming out the back, and that is perfectly fine. It's actually going a lot more than I thought it would. But it should come down into this channel, and it does. And that will stop going up that way, but it will continue coming down this way. Very good. Excellent. And now I have to build storage just for dynamite, because that makes perfect sense. Why not? I seriously, I missed this by one. Are you kidding me? This is a farce. This is absolutely a complete joke. That's actually infuriating. Sheesh. All right. I do want to build that universal storage area. Just don't have the resource quite yet to get that done. I guess I probably could just do something like this. Okay, we got 3 days. Let's pause real quick. We did get this in place. That's good. We got this in place, and we have storage of water down here. I'm going to go ahead and let this fill up a little bit more. We should be able to go up to 2.5 here without it being crazy because we have that overflow spillage at the back. So we'll have to let this fill. This is filling up really slowly. I guess it really likes to just gush out the back here, huh? Well, I think we're going to want to kind of channel this out this way. It's probably easier to build a levee than to just dynamite everything. It's my thinking, so if we could just have that go up, that would probably help us out a whole lot more. Give those guys something to do. This still hasn't filled up. I can't believe that. I guess we'll have to give it a little bit of a boost. It's going to flood again, isn't it? Yep, sure is. Alright. I thought that would prevent most of this from happening. I guess not. The outflow is still not enough. Well, that's fine. We'll survive. Yes, I can't put water in the water tank because the water tank is flooded. A+ logic there. Okay, and we're... oh, they already built all these? Man, that was fast. Okay, so, warehouse. Let's just take a moment here. We're not building any of this stuff, although I guess I have 8 of these. We're not going to put any food over here. It's just going to be finished goods only, so I guess I could start designating some of this stuff. Just have to think about it. So I can't build probably most of this stuff. Not like it really matters. I'll just have to start kind of just allocating some of this space for different stuff. Yeah, I can store pine resin in a warehouse, but I have to store maple syrup in a giant tank. Yeah, that's it's a little difficult for me to wrap my head around there, bud. But what else are you gonna do? Not really many options there. Well, at least this seems to be doing pretty well here. Got lots of water. We really need to be demolishing this area down here with the dynamite, so it probably was pretty smart to just have this set up the way it is presently. We're going to be doing a whole lot of demolition. Going to have to get creative on how stuff is placed in here, for sure. Now, let's see. Wood storage is still technically not full. How's this still flooded? Man. No, we got water going everywhere in this map now. Well, once the levee's finished, it should be okay. We might end up building a second level of this, too. That's what I should have done. Should have built a second level on top of this guy. Oh well. Can't be perfect at everything. Food-wise, we're still looking good. Water-wise, we probably could stand to have another pump. But I need to put in this second level of pathing up to the guys up here. I just have to figure out where this is going to connect. This is full of planks here. That's about what you can expect, I suppose. All right, and there's our drought. Let's go ahead and 26 days. Okay. Well, I am glad that we did what we did, expanding this reservoir, because now 26 days, man. That's a long drought. That's definitely don't have enough time in this episode. It's going to be probably most of the next episode is going to be the drought. Well, that will also give us some time to try and improve a little bit of stuff over here and kind of make a channel to get water funneled this way and take care of a couple other things and build more engines and finally get this district separated out over here. I want to get golems. Or bots, I'm sorry. We don't have enough science for that, though. But once we do, it's going to be cool, because then we can have an entire production district only full of bots. I like that idea, especially in the Iron Teeth faction. I think it's a lot more suited to that. These aren't being cut. Is that because I don't have a thing that will reach over here? I sure don't. How did I get away with that? I guess we'll just put those two there. That's probably going to end up being the last thing we do in this episode, because, yeah, look at this. We got a much bigger reservoir up here. This guy can't cut any more trees down, so guess what? Bye-bye. Go do something else. You are free to go. Yeah. This is going to help a whole lot for a 26-day drought, my god. But that should be fine. Got plenty of wood stored, plenty of food. We got enough water. We just have to get a lot more homes built for our beavers and slowly continue our quest to get all of this stuff taken care of as the last little bit of green fades away since all the water's gone. But we've got plenty to take a look at in the next episode. As always, I welcome all comments. I read every single one. I respond when I can. I just enjoy seeing all of your questions, comments, concerns. If I do something dumb, you can roast me, whatever. That's fine. We have a good time. And I value everybody's input, so if there's something you'd like to see, please don't hesitate to let me know. If you have any ideas, helpful feedback, or whatever, it's all welcome. And I just really appreciate each and every one of you take time out of your day to watch me play a Beaver City Builder game of all things. What a weird concept, but as I say all the time, it's fun. It's a good time. It's why I'm here. It's why you're here. So while we're here, let's have a good time and enjoy the rest of this playthrough. We have a pretty solid lineup of stuff still to accomplish here. I am going to be out of town for a couple days, so the next couple episodes, including this one, are going to go up in a time where I'm not going to be at my computer. So probably this one and the next one will be up before I have a chance to play the game again. So feel free to leave any comments, whatever. I just probably am not going to be able to immediately really implement any of your advice or suggestions in the game until after I get back, which will probably be, I think, episode 7, if I have my math correct. But yeah, that's going to be it. I hope whatever you're doing, you have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.